Ain't gotta spend the time, it's free. No, it's gonna be a wild night. Let's go. Doors open, you don't need a key. Show you how to live the wild life. Let's see the bottom. Hey, yeah. Let's hit the throttle. Oh my God, yeah. Hands going up. Let's hit the dance floor again.
Wild like.
Hello, welcome to the Wild Review. My name is Justin, and today I'm going to be reviewing a thing. So, today I want to talk about a special type of animation. This type is called anime. If you don't know what anime is Japanese cartoons. And this anime is considered to be one of my all-time favorite animes. That being The Seven Deadly Sins, or known as Japan, Nanatsu no Taizai. The Seven Deadly Sins were once an active group of knights in the region of Britannia, who disbanded after they supposedly plotted to overthrow the Lion's Kingdom. Their supposed defeat came at the hands of the Holy Knights, but rumors continued to persist that they were still active. 10 years later, the Holy Knights staged a coup d'etat and captured the king, becoming the new tyrannical rulers of the kingdom. The third princess, Elizabeth, then starts out a journey to find the Seven Deadly Sins and enlist their help in taking back the kingdom. So, very interesting plot. But the thing with the Seven Deadly Sins, and this goes to like any anime, it started out something in what we could call it as comics. But in Japan they call it a manga. The manga started in 2012 with currently of 29 issues. Now, I have the first 3 volumes, but from what it seems, the anime looks exactly similar to the manga, but the manga has a lot more in depth. That's the thing between anime and manga. You start reading the manga and then you get into the anime. But the main purpose that I'm here is to talk about the anime, which started in 2014 and ended in 2015, but that's only season 1. Then they had a special, the Holy War, which no one gave crap about, and currently season 2 is out, which, my god, it's so good, and I wish it doesn't end, but it's gonna end soon, and hopefully we get a 3rd season. I mean, who knows. So, the characters of the series is basically obvious. You have 7 main heroes and you have a princess. That's really the whole main show. Yes, there are other characters, but I don't care about them because I only care about those 8 particular characters. The first character I'm going to be talking about is Elizabeth, because we could get to the other 7 later. Elizabeth is a princess. She has a backstory later in the series, which I'm not going to get into right now, but I'm just going to say that Elizabeth is a princess who is devoted to find the 7 deadly sins so that she could help them get back the kingdom, as I said in the plot of the show. So now, let's talk about the 7 deadly sins. Question: what are the 7 deadly sins? Well, in the Catholic religion, the 7 deadly sins are basically 7 vices. They're basically the 7 bad things that you're not supposed to do in the Catholic Church. These 7 are pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust. Each member of the 7 deadly sins has a symbol that corresponds with the sin. Now, the animal symbol is different from the actual 7 deadly sins and the 7 deadly sins in the anime. Well, further enough introduction, let's go to the characters, and let's start off with the first member, Meliodas. Meliodas is the captain of the 7 deadly sins. His sin is wrath, and his symbol is dragon. So, in way of introducing the character is the dragon sin of wrath, Meliodas. Now, you notice he has these black carves around his body. That's the symbol of he is a demon and he is from a demon clan. The next sin is Diane. Her sin is envy, and it's obvious that her symbol is a serpent or a snake. So her introduction is the serpent sin of envy, Diane, which actually fits the sin so well because the sin of envy is basically jealousy, and Diane is jealous when Meliodas is with Elizabeth because apparently in the show Diane has a crush on Meliodas. The next character is the fox sin of greed, Bon, and obviously his sin is greed, as I said, and his symbol is a fox. And Bon could be a very interesting character, and he has a lot of backstory with him, which I'm not going to get into, but he seems to be an interesting character that I like. The fourth sin, the grisly sin of sloth, is King, who is apparently voted the best character out of all the 7 Deadly Sins characters. Obviously, his sin is sloth, and he has the grizzly, which is a bear, and of course, it's lazy. The next character is Galthur, the goat sin of lust. Now, lust could be love in a sexual desire, but in his particular point of view of lust, he's just trying to gain knowledge of love. That's just really much it. Our sixth character is the boar sin of gluttony, Merlin. Now, gluttony is basically consuming of food and drink. That's not Merlin's point of view, because in Merlin's point of view, it's all about knowledge and magic. That's all what she's consuming is. Merlin and Diane are basically the only 2 characters that are girls in the team. And Merlin seems to be one of the more powerful ones, along with Meliodas, who by far, Meliodas is the top. He's the most powerful person because he's a demon. And now, the 7th character has not been revealed yet in the anime, but he is revealed in the manga. This character is the Lion Sin of Pride, Escanor. By far, by many people, from what I heard, he is basically the biggest character of all. Like, he's the best one that everyone consists of. Basically, praise the sun. But Escanor is basically the weakest of the 7 Deadly Sins at night, but when the sun comes up, praise the sun, he becomes stronger and he shows off. He shows off by, like, you know, getting muscles and stuff, because that's what pride is. Pride is basically, you're showing off, you're considering yourself, you're the best. So in my opinion, like I said in the beginning, it's the best anime I have ever watched. Now, I'm not going to criticize Attack on Titan, because that anime is also good, but the 7 Deadly Sins bring in something that no one has ever done it before. Basically, it's taken us back into the medieval period, you know, with like knights, castles, knights. It's that type of period in where you want to get into. It's about sword fighting, magic, and all that stuff. And for my recommendation, go watch season 1 right now on Netflix, and then screw the Sign of Holy War, the 4-episode one, because no one cares about that, and then catch up with season 2, because it's literally great but so far. And I don't want to spoil what happens in season 2, but it's about to go down. And you'll love the show as much as I do. So that's it for me. I want to hear what you guys think. Are you interested after what I said about the show? Do you already like the 7 Deadly Sins? Or you just don't like anime at all? But anyway, you can leave me suggestions for any TV show, movie, or random thing you want, comments down below. So thanks for watching the WoW Review. My name is Justin, and you just saw me review something.
Let's hit the throttle. Oh my God, yeah, hands going up. Let's hit the dance floor again. Wild like